Out of all of the various types of non-renewable energy that we could be using instead of coal and natural gas and nuclear energy and all that, bad stuff, perhaps the most efficient and arguably the best is solar power. Solar power is borderline infinite. It provides thousands of times the amount of energy we need. It's easy to collect. It requires relatively little sort of maintenance and investment in order to produce what it needs. It really is kind of the way to go to solve all of the problems. See, the energy of the sun that strikes the earth measures 173,000 terawatts, which is more than 10,000 times what is needed to power all of our needs. And yet we still focus on the wrong things. There are even ways that solar power can be used to solve other problems. For example, there is technology being developed to create massive sort of floating solar farms in the sea that produce methanol, a gas, a fuel that can be used to power vehicles, planes, machinery, all sorts of things in a much cleaner way than what we have right now. Alternatively, massive tracts of solar panels in the oceans can simply provide power as solar panels on the ground do. But the difference is that solar panels in the ocean don't take up space. They're not a quote-unquote eyesore. They're kind of perfect. Heck, there's even technology being developed to put solar farms in space where they can be completely unimpeded in their harvesting of solar energy. It can be nearly infinite to them as they beam this unlimited amount of power back into the atmosphere. The only real problem is getting the things up there because they are generally too big to be properly put into orbit. But with how much technology has gone towards space programs in recent years, that may be coming soon. Essentially, solar power can provide many of our needs. All we need to do is just invest in it. We need to convince governments and big corporations that it's viable, that it's economically feasible, more so than coal. I mean, in order to produce a megawatt hour of electricity using solar power, it only costs $50. Compare that to coal, which costs $100. It really seems like a no-brainer, and frankly, all that needs to be done is we need to make sure that all those big corporations that have an interest in non-renewable energy get an interest in renewable energy.